Good morning, Storytime friends. How are you today? It's Hannah over at Barkman, and I am so excited to read with you all today. Today I'm feeling a little sleepy because we're going to be reading all about bedtime. Do you want to read about bedtime? All right, well, you know what to do. Let's all stand up, get on your feet. If you want to read a story about bedtime, let's sing our opening song, shall we? Let's get all of our sillies and willies out, and let's get ready to read a story. So, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Do you remember the story time, friends? My ukulele? All right, what do we do next? We clapped our hands. What other things do we do to get our willies out? If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. Ooh, good foot stomping, friends. Are you ready to do some fun spins? If you're ready for a story, turn around. If you're ready for a story, turn around. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, turn around. One more, friends. Are you getting your willies out? Are you ready to sit down? If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, take a seat. All right. Nice job, Storytime friends. Everyone's seated. Everyone got all of their fun wiggles out. All right, well, now that you've moved around and are settled in, let's get sleepy, shall we? And let's read our first story about bedtime. Look at that cute hippo on the front. This is called Fiona, It's Bedtime, and it's by Richard Cowdery. What do you think this book is going to be about? Do you know Fiona? She's a hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. Here's a real photo of her on the back. Look how cute she is. I bet it's going to be about Fiona's bedtime, huh? Well, let's go ahead and read together and see what happens. Oh my goodness, look at all these zoo noises. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Coo, coo, coo. Oh, rawr, hoot, hoot. Can you make some animal sounds? Some squawks and some growls. Howl, rawr, squawk, coo. The sun is setting at the zoo. The critters had a busy day, filled with laughter, fun, and play. But now it's bedtime at the zoo. It's bedtime for Fiona, too. Before today's adventures end, she'll say good night to all her friends. Good night, Koala. Time to doze, with your paws curled up near your nose, safe and happy in the trees, snoozing in the evening breeze. Good night, Cheetah, lightning fast. Now it's time for sleep at last. Snuggle up in Mama's fur and drift off to her loving purr. What kind of animal is this? That's right, it's a tortoise. You see the big tortoise and all the little baby tortoises. Good night, tortoise. Where's your head? Ooh, tucked inside your shell-shaped bed. It's warm and snug, so settle in and let your reptile dreams begin. Good night, sloth. To bed you go, moving very, very slow. Sleepy eyes and big sloth yawn. Sweet dreams till the break of dawn. What animals do you see here? That's right, there's flamingos. And what color are flamingos? Nice job, Storytime friends. They're pink. What a fun animal, a pink animal. Good night, flamingos, on your toes. You sleep in such a silly pose. Please make a promise that you'll keep. Don't fall down while you're asleep. Could you sleep standing on one leg, Storytime friends? I know I couldn't. I'd fall over right away. Flamingos have good balance, don't they? Good night, otters in a row, hand in hand and toe to toe. Drift to sleep, rock and sway. Together you won't float away. Do you see them all holding hands? They're all holding paws so they don't float away together. What do we have here? A pile of meerkats? Good night, meerkats in a heap. It's time for you to go to sleep. Cuddled up and all piled high, now dream beneath the starry sky. Good night, giraffes as tall as trees. Time to bend your knobbly knees. It's a long way to the ground. Now rest your heads and settle down. Good night, tigers, filled with pride. You curl up in the grass to hide. It's time to let out one last roar, and then a grumbly, growly snore. Good night, bear cubs, white as snow. Off to dreamland you will go. Stretch your legs, your backs, your claws, and rest your heads upon your paws. What kind of bear is this, Storytime friends? That's right. It's a polar bear. Polar bears live where? Yes, they live where it's very, very cold in Antarctica. We have a whole bunch of animals here. Good night, wolf and sleepy pack. Good night, apes on mama's back. Good night, wildebeest and you. Good night, huddled penguins too. Good night, lizard, no more creeping. Good night, zebra, standing, sleeping. Good night, lion, mane so sleek. Good night, toucan, rest your beak. Yawn, snore, sigh, coo. The moon shines down upon the zoo. All good nights have now been said. Fiona, time to go to bed. And there's Fiona with the other hippos, curled up just like all the other animals we read about. Oh my goodness. What kind of animal would you like to be? I think I'd like to be a tiger, getting all snuggled in the grass and then roaring before I go to sleep. That sounds nice, doesn't it? What kind of animal would you like to be for bedtime? Those are all great animals, Storytime friends. And what would you do if you were that animal during bedtime? Do some stretches, make some sounds. What sounds would you make? Nice job, Storytime friends. Well, tonight when you go to bed, I think you should try that out. Wouldn't that be fun? Tonight for bedtime, pretend that you're one of those animals and give your parents a big roar and a stretch and whatever else that animal would do for bedtime, okay? I think it's really fun. All right, well, Storytime friends, before we read the next book, I have a question for you. I have a bunch of items, and they were going to get me ready for bedtime tonight. So I picked up some items that I thought might help me with bedtime tonight, but I think some of them aren't for bedtime. So I wanted your help. So the first item I picked up was a bed. Now, do I need a bed for bedtime? That's right, I do. I need a bed to go to sleep in, right? So that's an important item of bedtime. My bed might look like this. My bed might be smaller, it might be bigger. In other cultures, I might sleep on the floor. But you definitely need a bed for bedtime, huh? Even if it's just a pillow and a blanket, that's important. Okay, well then the next thing I picked up is this. A jacket. Do you need a jacket for bedtime? No, you're right. I don't think I do need a jacket. I think I need another item of clothing, but it's not a jacket. What do I use a jacket for? Yeah, you're right. I use a jacket to go outside if it's cold, right? Okay, so I don't need this for bedtime, but I do need an item of clothing. What clothes do you wear for bedtime? That's right, pajamas. Pajamas. Silly me. I did pick up pajamas too. Okay, so I'll wear my pajamas and not my jacket to bed. All right. Thank you, Storytime friends. I probably would have been uncomfortable wearing a jacket in bed. Well, the next thing I picked up is something really delicious. I got this amazing pizza. Has tomatoes, pepperonis, mushrooms. Do I need a pizza for bedtime? No, you're right, Storytime friends. That was pretty silly of me to pick up a pizza, huh? When would I use a pizza? When would I need a pizza? Maybe during dinner or lunchtime, you're right. But I don't need a pizza during bedtime, do I? I'd make a big old mess having a pizza in bed, huh? Okay, well, I'll save that pizza for tomorrow. Now, I have two other items here, and they're both in the sky. So, Storytime friends, which one will be in the sky when I go to bed tonight? Will the sun be in the sky when I go to bed? Will the moon be in the sky when I go to bed? That's right, Storytime friends. The moon will rise at night, right? And then we sleep under the beautiful moon. And sometimes it looks like this, where it's in a half shape. Sometimes it's in a circle and it's really big and bright and full. And sometimes, if you look very closely, you can see a man in the moon. You can see a face. So look out to the moon tonight, friends, before you go for bedtime. See if you can see the man in the moon. And when does our friend the sun come out? That's right. The sun rises in the morning, doesn't it? The sun rises in the east in the morning, and it gives us its nice warm rays as we go about our day. Okay, well, I'll say goodbye to Mr. Sun and let him set so we can have Mr. Moon right now during our story time. Thank you so much, friends. That was really helpful. I could not remember. I got so many items, and then I was like, do I wear a jacket to bed? And I knew that you could help me out with that. So thank you so much. Are you ready to read our next story? This one has a pretty cute cat on it. All right, here's our next story called Way Past Bedtime. And this is by Tara Lazar and it's illustrated by Rich Wake. And this is read with permission from Simon and Schuster. What do you think is going to happen in this story? Way past bedtime. What is this kiddo doing way past bedtime? Looks like he's investigating something. Well, let's read and see what happens, shall we? All right, here's Way Past Bedtime. Tonight was the night Joseph would spring into action. But first, he scooted into bed, lickety-split, without panic or protest. This was quite unusual. His parents congratulated each other on their superior bedtime skills. Then they gave him a night-night peck, tucked him in, and shut the door. But Joseph wasn't falling asleep. He had a plan to discover what really happened way past bedtime. What do you think happens way past your bedtime, Storytime friends? That's a lot of creative things. I think past my bedtime, I think a group of llamas come into my house and they eat all my food and they have a big old party. Do you think that happens during your bedtime? After your bedtime? Let's see what might happen after Joseph's bedtime. Looks like he had a similar idea, a big old party. Way past bedtime, Joseph believed, was when his parents threw the most outrageous parties. Joseph imagined his parents got gussied up in glittering costumes and hobnobbed with celebrities. He thought a dozen DJs spun hip hop hits under spinning neon lights. Then the partygoers devoured dessert. Oh, the desserts! Whipped cream and sprinkle pies, colossal donuts with cotton candy centers, and 16-scoop ice cream sundaes. Hot fudge fountains overflowed. Oh, that looks delicious, doesn't it, Storytime friends? Joseph longed for a nibble and nosh, but all he had was sour milk. He imagined the full belly-rubbing guests jostling to view the entertainment. Oh, how do you think Joseph is feeling? He's feeling left out, huh? He wants to eat all that delicious dessert too. Oh, what a show! 50 flying flibberty-gibbet brothers flipped fantastically. They were followed by the astonishing Alastair, illusionist extraordinaire. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Juju judged a jousting bout and knighted the victor. Then pirate puppeteers swashbuckled in a perilous performance. All kinds of things happen after bedtime. And when the president's top secret ninja task force crashed the shindig, they celebrated with a show of sweet nunchuck skills. Whoa, those are some cool skills. Do you think you have ninjas that come in after bedtime? Maybe. This was it. Joseph had a plan. He prepared his decoy, instructed the lookout, and tiptoed past the snoozing security guard. Joseph readied himself for whatever hijinks happened way past bedtime. Joseph slipped under his invisibility cloak, donned his night vision goggles, and crept down the stairs. Joseph has to be very quiet, doesn't he? He has to creep down the stairs and see what happens. He would learn the secrets of way past bedtime and inform his entire school. No, the kid population worldwide. They would all demand to be included in the adults' frivolous fun. Joseph would be a global kid hero. Buzz, honk, hoo, buzz, honk, hoo, buzz, honk, hoo. Joseph waited. He listened. He scribbled notes. Wait, what was that? What do you think that sound is, Storytime friends? Buzz, honk, hoot, buzz, honk, hoot. I don't know what that sound is. Let's keep reading. Had the tuba mariachi marching band arrived? Or the escaped elephant parade? It must have been the juggling lumberjacks. Joseph slithered under the stairs and saw... What did Joseph see? What's making that noise? I bet it's the lumberjacks. Let's see. Joseph saw his mother and father snoring Buzz, honk, hoot. That's what was making that sound. His parents are asleep on the couch. Boring. His parents sniffled, snuffled, and snorted awake. Joseph, what are you doing up? It's way past bedtime. I know why you're sleepy, Joseph said. You're tired out from the party. His parents chuckled. Party, don't be silly. Let's all get some rest. It's been a long day. This is not fair. This is an outrage, Joseph protested. But it was no use. Joseph's parents gave him a night-night peck and tucked him in, tighter this time, and Joseph went to sleep. Or did he? Oh my goodness. So what do you think, Storytime friends? Did all those things, the desserts and the ninjas and the knights and the swashbuckling pirates, did all that happen way past bedtime? No, unfortunately not. It's usually more boring than that, huh? Just the parents sleeping on the couch. And that's why bedtime's important, because everyone needs their sleep, even parents. They need their rest too. Well, thank you so much today, friends, for reading up with me about bedtime. I had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. I'm feeling very sleepy after reading about bedtime. I hope I make it through the rest of the day because I'm really sleepy. But before we go, let me show you what our craft is this week. Let me get it arranged. All right, so Storytime friends, here is our craft for bedtime this week. Do you see it? So you can make your own moon and star, and then you can hang it in your bed. Maybe you want to hang it above your bed or somewhere else in your bedroom. You could hang it on a wall, you could hang it on a window, wherever you want. So if you want to make this craft where you make a moon and star out of a paper plate and decorate your bedroom with it, you can definitely do that. Just give us a call at 719-562-5680 and ask for the Preschool Storytime kit, okay? And then we'll get this kit for you. Alrighty, friends. So I hope you have fun. I hope you do those animal sounds and act like an animal going to bed tonight during bedtime. And I hope you stop by and pick up some of our preschool kits, okay? So I will see you next week. Next week, we're reading about Martin Luther King Jr. Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and he was a very important person in history. So we'll read all about that next week, okay? All right, until then, story time, friends. Sleep well. I'll see you next week. Bye.